Hello everyone, hope you all fine. Today I Lakshmi Negi again with you to explain the questions from question number 5th onward of exercise 8.1 chapter quadrilateral. So first I am going to read the question number 5th. You can see that in question number 5th show that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are equal and bisect each other at right angle, then it is a square. If you will see these two questions carefully, question number 4 and question number 5, you can see that in question number 4 you have given a square and you have to prove the three things, that the diagonals are equal, bisect each other at right angle. But in this question, question number 5th and question number 4, these are just opposite to each other. In this question you have given all the things which you have to prove in question number 4. So in this question you have given that the diagonals are equal, bisect each other at right angle, so you have to prove that it is a square. So see that how we will do it. So if you will see this question, you can see that I have made the figure for you. In this question, it is not a square, but the diagonals are equal, bisect each other at right angle, so it's a square. So for proving this figure as a square, you have to prove the rest properties of square, like all the sides are equal and each angle is 90 degree. That's mean angle DAB or CBA is equal to 90 degree. So first we have to prove all the sides are equal. For that, first we will take any two adjacent triangles. We can take AOD and DOC. In these two triangles, if you will see it carefully, you can see that this is common, and OA is equal to OC, and angle 1 is equal to angle 2, both 90 degree, it is given in the question. So from SAS congruency, both the triangles will be congruent. So by CPCT, AD equal to DC. Similarly, ADC equal to CB, CB equal to BA, and BA equal to DA. Hence, these all sides will be equal. So you can see that we have proved that all the sides are equal, and as I have told you that we have taken these two triangles. In this triangle, first we have taken DO as common, and AO is equal to CO, and angle 1 is equal to angle 2. We have written here both 90 degrees. So by SAS rule, the AD equal to DC. Similarly, we can say that DC equal to CB, PC, CD, CB equal to BA, and AB equal to DA. So from these four equations, we can say that angle AD equal to DC. All these four sides are equal. Since all the sides are equal, this can be a rhombus but cannot be a square until we do not prove that angle, this angle A, you can say that, or angle DAB is equal to 90 degree. So for proving angle DAB is equal to 90 degree, we will take the triangle which is just made by this angle only. That's mean triangle DAB and CBA congruent. If you will see these two triangles congruent, we have to make these two triangles congruent. How can we make these two triangles congruent? We can say that AB is equal to common, AD is equal to CB, we proved right now, and the diagonals are equal. You can see that we have written here the diagonals are equal. So by SSS congruency, both the triangles are congruent. So by CPCT, these two angles will be equal. I will show you how. So you can see that I have taken these two triangles to make all angle 90 degree. DAB, you can see that DAB and CBA. In these two triangles, you can see that I have used the SSS congruency. You can see that this is the side. We have proved that these two sides are equal. I have written here. You can see that we have proved, and AB is common and the diagonals are equal. It is given in the question. So by SSS congruency or rule, you can see that these two triangles are congruent. These two triangles are congruent. If these two triangles are congruent, so by CPCT you can say that angle DAB equal to angle CBA. If both the angles are equal, so we can assume these angle as X. And since we know that, if you will see it carefully, it's a rhombus because all the sides are equal, so it's a rhombus. So we can apply the parallel line concept also. If these two angles can be assumed as interior angles, and the sum of these two co-interior angles will be 180 degree. You have seen that the sum is equal to 180 degree. I will write the reason also here. So the x plus x equal to 180 degree, these are co-interior angle. 2x equal to 180 degrees, and x is equal to 90 degree. So you can see in this figure that all the sides are equal and each angle is 90 degree. So we can say that it is a square. Now You can see that question number 6. The diagonal AC of a parallelogram ABCD bisect angle A. So we have to prove that it bisect angle C also. And ABCD is a rhombus. This we have to. So for that, you can see that if AC, this line AC bisect angle A, this angle, if this angle is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3 and this is 4, we have to prove that this is angle 4. So we have to prove that if angle 1 is equal to angle 2, so we have to prove that angle 3 is equal to angle 4. If you will see it carefully, we have given that ABCD is a parallelogram, and we know that due to the property of parallelogram we can say that angle 1, this angle 1 is equal to angle 4, because you can see that it's a alternate interior angle. Similarly, angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Again, this is alternate interior angles. So if angle 1 and angle 2 are equal, and angle 1 is equal to 4 and angle 2 is equal to 3, so we can say that angle 3 is also equal to 4. I will show you how. Now see that. So you can see that I have solved this question for you. You can see that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. It is given in the question. Angle 1 is equal to angle 4, alternate interior angle. Angle 2 is equal to angle 3, again alternate interior angle. So if you assume these three as angle equation 1, 2, 3, from equation 1, 2, 3, angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Hence we can say that AC bisect angle C also. Now see that what is the second part? You can see that ABCD is a rhombus. This is a rhombus. Since we know that it's a parallelogram and we know that opposite sides are equal, but we have to prove that the adjacent sides are also equal. If the adjacent sides will be equal to each other, so we can say that it is a rhombus. So see how we will solve it. You can see that as angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to angle angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to angle 4, and this is common. So in these two triangles, this triangle and this triangle, you can apply ASA congruency, because angle 1 is equal to angle 2, angle 3 is equal to angle 4, and this is common. So from ASA congruency we can say that these two triangles are congruent to each other. And if these two triangles will be congruent to each other, so by CPCT we can say that these sides will be equal to each other. So by this we can say that it is a rhombus. So you can see that we have taken these two triangles, the upper one and the down one. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2, given angle 3 is equal to angle 4. We proved an AC is common. So from ASA rule, both the triangles are congruent. So by CPCT, these adjacent sides will be equal to each other. This side equal to this side and this side equal to this side. Since the adjacent sides are equal in this parallelogram, hence ABCD is a rhombus. Now see the question number 7. This question number 7, you can say that ABCD is a rhombus, and you can use this diagram also in this question, and you have to prove that this diagonal AC bisect angle A and angle C also. So you can, if you will see this figure carefully, you can say that if you take these two triangles congruent, like this side equal to this side and this side equal to this side, and this is common. So from SSS congruency, both the triangles will be congruent. So this angle equal to this angle and this angle equal to this angle. Hence we can say that AC bisect angle A and angle C. So you can see that I have just done this question for you. In triangle, the upper one ABC and ADC, AD equal to BC, AB and DC equal to CB, and this is common. From SSS congruency, both the triangles are congruent. So by CPCT, angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Hence you can say that AC bisect angle A as well as angle C. Similarly, if you want to do for the BD, the second part is BD, bisect C, B and D. So you can join D and B like that. So I have just made the tilted line. Similarly, you can make these two triangles congruent. Triangle DAB and DCB similarly in the like the first one. So if these two triangles will be congruent by SSS rule, so you can say that 5 is equal to 6 and 7 is equal to 8. So you can say that the BD bisect D as well as angle B. So you can see that the second part I have done it for you also. For making the two triangle ADB and DCB, you will apply the same thing by SSS congruency. Both the triangle will be congruent. Hence angle 5 equal to angle 6 and angle 7 is equal to 8, and these BD bisect angle B as well as angle D. You can see the question number 8. In this question number 8, you can see that what is given. Given ABCD is a rectangle. It's a rectangle. That means opposite sides are equal. Okay. And the AC bisect angle A as well as angle C. That means angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. And you have to prove that it's a square. Square means the adjacent sides are also equal. The regular sides are also equal. And the diagonal BD, though I have not joined it, I will join it for further process. So this bisect angle D as well as angle C. So we will take the two triangle in triangle ADC and ABC, these two triangles. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. It is given in the question and AC is common. So from ASA congruency, both the triangles are congruent. These two triangles are congruent. So by CPCT you can say that AD equal to AB and ADC equal to CB. Hence it's a square. Now see for the second part. If you will see carefully, you can see that the second part is similar to the previous question. You have to take these two triangles congruent, ADB and DCB, and these two triangles by SSS congruency, both the triangles will be congruent, and by CPCT angle 5 equal to 6 and angle 7 equal to 8. Hence you can say that BD bisect angle B as well as angle D. Now see the question number 9th. You can see that question number 9th. I am going to show you question number 9th. In this question, you can say that it's a parallelogram ABCD. You will assume it as a parallelogram. It's a parallelogram and 2 points, this P point and Q point, in such a way that DP equal to PQ. This is DP and it's PQ. These are equal to each other. It is given in the question that this DP and PQ are equal to each other. We have to prove these two triangles congruent. That's mean ABD, this upper one, and this down one. These two triangles we have to make congruent. If you will see these two triangles carefully, you will see that AD equal to BC. In these two triangles, this is the language in triangle this and this, DP equal to BQ. Why? Because it is given in the question. You can say that it is given in the question. And the second part, you can see that angle ADP. Angle ADP means this alternate interior angle, because you know that it's a parallelogram. So this line is parallel to this. So you can see that it's a zigzag angle. So angle this equal to angle this. And it is mentioned there angle ADP. Angle ADP is equal to CBQ. And AD is equal to BC, because these are the opposite sides of the parallelogram. So if you will see it carefully, this side equal to this side and BQ is equal to PD and angle this equal to angle this. So you can see that from SAS congruency, both the triangles are congruent by SAS rule. Now move to the next part. See, AP equal to CQ, you have to prove that AP equal to CQ. So AP equal to CQ, if you have to prove that, for that you can see that if this triangle is congruent to this triangle, as we have proved right now. So by CPCT you can say that AP is equal to AP. This is the third side of the upper triangle and this is the third side of the down triangle. These two will be equal. Now move to the next part. It's AQB. This triangle and this triangle. If you will see these two triangles carefully, the same process you have to apply in this question also. Angle this equal to angle this, alternate interior angle. BQ equal to DP, it is given in the question. And AB is equal to this. These are the opposite angles of parallelogram. So you can say that from SAS congruency, both the triangles are congruent. You can see that. The third part we have to prove. And the fourth part, AQ equal to CP. So this is the AQ, the third side of this triangle, and this is the third side of this triangle. These are equal by CP. You can see that we have done here. Now this third part and this is fourth part. Now move to the last part. It's a parallelogram. You have to prove that it is a parallelogram. APCQ. It's a APCQ. This the between. It's a parallelogram. Since we know that if you see the second part, this equal to this, and if you see the fourth part, AQ equal to this. Since opposite sides are equal, so we can say that it is a parallelogram. Thank you very much.